It's me, Stevie Jackson. Welcome to my show. Welcome back to the Stevie Jackson Show. We are ready for our next segment, Meet the People of the Bible, and we have a great guest for us here today. We don't know a whole lot about her, but we're hoping to find more what she's been doing in her life and what happened with her. So help me welcome we don't really know her name, so it's just the Samaritan Woman. How's it going? How's it going?
Good. It's good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Oh, thirsty.
Yeah. I used to be thirsty all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a habit. I just take it with me,
Okay. Yeah.
Make sure I'm quenched.
Yeah. So, a couple questions for you here. Just we want to get to know you a little bit better. Well, first of all, we don't really know your name. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I do have a name.
I assume you do.
My parents gave me a name, but I've been known by a lot of names.
Okay.
Like I've been Mrs. Mazarahi,
Okay.
Mrs. Azula, Mrs. Levine, Mrs. Cohen, and Mrs. Peretz.
Okay.
But
That's a lot of names.
It is a lot of names. But I kind of just like to go by a woman because that's what Jesus called me.
Okay.
Yeah. Samaritan woman. Some people call me Sammy for short.
Sammy.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, Sammy's good.
I think so. Is it okay if we just call you Sammy?
Sure, call me Sammy.
Yeah. So Sammy, we've heard the story of when you were going to the well outside of the Samaritan village.
Jacob's well.
Jacob's well.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jesus was there. So the first thing that I want to ask you though is, you were going to the well at kind of an odd time of day.
Oh, yeah.
It was, the hottest part of the day.
Yes, blazing hot.
So tell us why you were going then and not earlier in the day when everybody else would normally go.
Okay, well, like I said before, been married a few times, and the time I was kind of living with somebody I shouldn't have been, and, it was just a lot of sin in my life, and kind of the talk of the town. So I didn't want to be seen with anybody. So I just, we had to go to Jacob's well. We didn't have indoor plumbing like you people do. And so I had to go to Jacob's well, and I usually just would wait until everybody had been, and I would go in the heat of the day. It was hot that day. Whew.
Yeah. Well, and then, so Jesus was there, and what did he ask you when you got to the well?
He asked me for a drink.
He asked you for a drink,
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
Understandably, if it's hot, you want some
right,
water. And
right,
why
right.
you carry
Yeah, that
water
reminds
around.
me.
Yeah, exactly. So you were with Jesus there for a little while at the well. So tell us a little bit, what was it like to spend time with Jesus?
Oh, boy. Well, at first, I didn't really know who he was. But as I got kind of figured out, by the time I got it figured out, I was out of there like a flash. Because I just, there were some other people that showed up, this group of 12 men, excuse me, and I was afraid, that they would, judge me again. And I was just kind of dumbfounded by the fact that I was possibly talking to the Messiah, the long-awaited Christ. And so I was kind of out of there, like I didn't really get to enjoy him for who he was because I had to go tell people, like I was excited. I had to go tell people that I had met somebody that knew all about me and still loved me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen for me often.
Sure, exactly, yeah. So we did hear that Jesus offered you something kind of peculiar. You've got your water here, but he offered you living water? Yeah. Is that right? I mean, did we hear right?
Yes.
So what is living water?
Yes. Well, water is essential. You have to have it to live, right? And his water, and Jesus is water to us. He's essential. We need him in our lives to live. And what he offers us is like a perpetual well that springs up into eternal life. So it's water that we never thirst again in our soul.
Yeah.
You know, it's about our soul, our
Yeah.
heart, and our mind.
Yeah.
Spirit and truth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. So, Sammy, I got one more question for you. Since that day that you met Jesus there at Jacob's Well, what have you been doing since then? What's kind of the purpose in your life? Because you seem like a different woman from what we've heard from your family and your friends. So tell us a little bit of what's life been like since then.
I've been talking a lot. I go and tell everybody I know my story, you know, and that I had met a man that knew everything about me and still loved me just the way I am. You know, I want to treat people that way. I want to treat people the way Jesus treated me. I want to love people the way he loved me. So I've just been doing that. I've just been telling my story wherever I go. Whether they want to hear it or not, I tell them the story.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Sammy, thank you so much for coming. Audience, let's give Sammy a round of applause.
Thanks
Just
for
thank
having
you.
me.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have you back on the show again sometime. And so we'll have my people reach out to your people,
Yes.
and we'll make that work out.
You'll be able to find me. I'll be telling my story.
We'll listen for the story. Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you, Sammy.